G'day guys, welcome to the channel The X-Wing. My name is James and today we are doing a Mark II rehash of a station. Today we're at East Ringwood station. Now I'm not expecting a great deal for this station, and because it's still being built and everything, so you will see that. I've seen a few people's videos on it, and yeah, I must say, yeah, I'd like to look for it from my own eyes just to see. But and then we'll do the summing up of the station towards the end, and hopefully we might be also to do Croydon station while we're here, because it's virtually right next door to each other. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, let's roll the camera. G'day guys, we're now at East Ringwood station, and what you can see, there's still lots of work here to do, and this is where the old station used to be, and there's some information there on the board there, so you can have a bit of a look at. It's an interesting concept. It's a little bit more different to the your normal sky rail. This one's underground, so this is going to be pretty interesting to see how this goes. And there's a sign, East Ringwood station. Let's go and have a bit of a walk, see, a bit of a look. As I said, this is going to be a little bit more different to what your standard Mark II station. As I said, we did the older station earlier on this year, which I think it was about episode 31, 32. So yeah, so this is going to be quite interesting. Probably make out the train there, so that's, well, this is all new. So as I said, this is all brand new, so right. Okay, we're on platform number 1 here, which is usually the city side, and yeah, after mucking around with the my key cars, I finally got into the station. But yeah, we'll have a look at this station. I'm not really sort of expecting a great deal, but we'll see what happens. Got to climb up. I think on the way back over to the other side we'll be catching a lift. Right, let's have a bit of a look here. Wow, this is certainly different, different to what I was sort of expecting. It's a fairly long station, and yeah, it's actually pretty long.
Good afternoon, customers. Your next service to depart from platform 1 will be the 1252 Flinders Street, stopping all stations to Flinders Street except East Richmond. Your next service to depart from platform 1 will be the 1252 Flinders Street, stopping all stations to Flinders Street except East Richmond. And always remember to touch on your Mikey at the start of your journey.
after that interruption. Yeah, it's somewhat interesting station. I must admit, this stuff here I particularly don't like. It looks very unfinished. Now, I noticed on a few of these underground stations, I think Mount Albert or Union Station is one. It's got a very similar style. Yeah, so and you've got them on here too. I actually particularly don't like it. It looks very unfinished. I don't know if they're going to fill them up or not, but yeah, very unfinished. And as it was said, it's a long station. Obviously you're going to have about 7 or 8 car set trains that are going to come along here. And yeah, it's, as I said, completely different to the what we've done so far. And yeah, I'm hoping a train comes along. It's just way out there, so it's really, at the moment, the station's only been open for a very short amount of time. And so basically, in a nutshell, this is going to take a while before everything's all completed and so forth. Now, I've seen a few people's videos about these stairs. Now, to me, I just think they're a little bit too high. Personally, I just think they're just really too high to, you know, climb up on. Maybe it might have been better if they had a elevator here, because yeah, for a young person it's all right, but someone like me, who's yeah, 100 years old, yeah, I think I would be out of breath going up those stairs. But yeah, I personally, I think they're a bit too long and a bit too steep. Actually, I actually seen in other people's videos. I'll turn my camera around so you can see me. I've seen in other people's videos that those stairs, and I was a bit like, oh, they look a bit steep. And now looking at them, actually both of them, they're quite steep. So I'm a little bit surprised about that. I know the station's not actually finished per se, but as I said, the steps are fairly long. This stuff here looks very unfinished. I don't know if they're going to fill them up. I doubt very much that they're going to fill them up. But so this is basically a pretty simple station, platform 1, for the city trains. So yeah, now I'll just turn the camera around again. So yeah, it's an interesting station, and not many good views here, but it's interesting, put it that way. I will probably take a trip upstairs and then go on to platform 2 and have a bit of a look at platform 2, and then see how we go. This is an interesting little feature here. A water fountain. That's very interesting. That not many stations have that. So there's one on platform 2 over there, but we'll have a look at that one. Right, we're at the elevator here. So we are actually, it is a picture of Thomas the Tank Engine, it was.
Call placed.
But anyway, here comes the elevator. We hopefully there's no one in it. Of course there's someone in it, but don't worry. Right, we're going to go up. This is a very interesting elevator, and yeah, very interesting. I'm not a big fan of elevators, but I'm not a big fan walking up steep steps either. So let's go out. This is the scenery of the station. This is the outside of the station. Now, it was well known, I'll just turn the camera around. It was well known that there wasn't going to be a toilet here per se. Now, this is very interesting. Now, there's a toilet, but it's a toilet for the staff only. I just don't really get that. Why isn't there no toilet here for pedestrian? For the not pedestrians, for the train people, passengers. I'll get it right in a minute. Apparently, the closest station's over the shops over there. So physically, you've got to leave the station, go out there, go to the toilet, and come back. I actually think that's pretty wrong. I think most stations have got toilets. I know for a fact that the old East Ringwood station didn't have a toilet. So in their wise wisdom, they've turned around and said, well, if you want to go to the toilet, you've got to leave from the station, go over to the shops, and Bob's your uncle. I actually think that's really bizarre. So, yeah, not good. All right, we're on platform number 2 now. Hopefully we might see 1 or 2 trains. The next train's coming in as the Lilydale pretty soon.
Good afternoon, customers. Your next service to depart from platform 1 will be the 12:52 Flinders Street, stopping all stations to Flinders Street except East Richmond. Your next service to depart from platform 1 will be the 12:52 Flinders Street, stopping all stations to Flinders Street except East Richmond. And always remember to touch on the marquee at the start of your journey.
Running commentary. Now this is basically identical to over there on platform 1. So platform 2 is very similar. You got the elevator there. We'll take a bit of a walk down here, so you can actually have a look at the platform 2. As I said, platform 2 is very similar to platform 1. So yeah, I just don't like this. This is really not really good. Personally, that's my personal feeling. There's that drink fountain we saw. That was on platform 1. This is platform 2. But yeah, it's a very interesting station. And that's the advertising for the next train in about 12 minutes. So hopefully we'll stick around for that, for the train to come in. That's the Lilydale one. And as you can tell, Croydon's the next stop after this. And we're going to have a look at Croydon Station. So I'm not really expecting anything too fancy there either, because it just opened this week on the 12th of August. So I'm not expecting a great deal. But yeah. But yeah, it's this part is just, I don't like this part. It's really unprofessional. But anyway, not to worry. We didn't get that far down on platform 1, but there's an indoor area, and I actually didn't go too far down. Actually, there is a lift access there. You know how I turned around and said when I was over there, there should be a lift. Well, there's a lift over there, but it's not in use at the moment. And there's one over this side of the platform 2, and that's not in use at the moment. So there are lifts, which is good. That's probably about the positive thing about that, because as I said, those steps over there are just really too steep in the scheme of things. I'll show you about those steps on platform 2, and I was going to turn the camera around this way. And yeah, so these those steps. Now personally, I still think they're too steep, but now I know there's going to be lifts in the corner, just around the corner there. It's probably not so bad, but this should have been I don't know how they would go about doing this, but yeah, I think the steps are a bit steep. But yeah, so that's a good thing they've got lifts over there. Alright then, guys, we've got a train coming in, the Lilydale train, and we'll just turn the camera around. We might hang around for the Flinders Street one too. We'll have a walk down here. Yeah, very interesting station. Okay, that's going to Lilydale. We'll hang around for the Flinders Street train, which is about 4 minutes. Alright, let's walk up these stairs. I did say I wasn't going to be walking upstairs, but I'm going to. Alright, we walked out of the station here. So this is what the station looks like on top. Train lines are down there and over there. And as I said, it's not completely finished, and it's going to be a while before it's completely finished. It's going to be a long while, as you can tell, with all the works still going on here at East Ringwood station. And yeah, and there's the there's a sign of East Ringwood. Try and get that in. There you go. Something a little bit different. Not a big fanfare for the name, but yeah, still lots of work. This is where the old East Ringwood station used to be. Obviously this is all going to be car parks and everything like that on both sides, and yeah, it should be quite interesting to see how this goes. This is going to be, I think this would be a bit of a bike rack. At most stations do have them, so yeah, it's going to be interesting once this is all complete. I won't be coming back here again, so for the finished product, because who knows how long this is going to take, and it's going to take a while, because as you can tell through there, still lots of work to do. And there's the shops, East Ringwood shops out there, and yeah, so very interesting station, and the surrounding area. And as I said, it's going to take a while before this is all done, and yeah, very interesting. And that is going to be our next stop there, Croydon. I'm actually looking forward to seeing this part of Croydon, see what it's like. I've seen a few photos so far, and that will be quite interesting. As I turn the camera around to me, my thoughts about East Ringwood station. Well, look, personally, it's an okay station. The unfinished looking work with those pylons, yeah, that doesn't look like a very good good look. Actually, when you see in the video that fencing, that should be all the way up to cover all that. I reckon that would be a lot more better. The stairs, I reckon the stairs are too steep for someone like me, who's about, as I said, for 100 years old. But otherwise, it's an okay station, but I wouldn't say it's a best looking station. It's actually a little bit boring, but a station's a station. So I hope you like this Mark II East Ringwood station, and as I always say, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the X-Wing, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future video content, and always press like, guys, because it really does help the channel a lot. And also share, also, which really helps the channel. So no further ado, I'm going to go to my next stop, and I'll catch up with you soon, guys. Cheers.